Bowman's back in the shop, so you know that means it's time for an update. As always, another day, another Raptor, and we got our first 3rd gen in for a service. Now this is a relatively low miles truck, but this customer likes to party, so we got Ramon in the back working on those fancy dancy 3.0 live valve shocks. At the same time, since it's not going to cost them any more labor, we're installing STI's brand new top hats for these trucks. They're available for Gen 2 and Gen 3 trucks. They give you about 1 3/4 inch of lift in the front so you can level it, but they use a combination of a top hat spacer and a preload spacer built in. So basically, you stay in the ride zone, there's no bind, and keeps you from breaking top hats. So these are a thing we recommend to everybody who comes in for their service. At the same time, he's actually getting a set of Fox 2.0 bump stops from SVC installed in the back, so we're taking care of them there as well. But I said it was a busy month, so let's talk about all the shocks we're doing right now so you know what shocks we can do for you. So as is usually the case, we have about 12 Fox 2.0 reservoir shocks in. These are the old style steel bodies, blue caps, and these are pretty much our bread and butter. Although if they didn't have reservoirs, they probably wouldn't be worth building. These have reservoirs. They're spec for specific lift kits, so there's something worth keeping going because you can't really get them anymore. The other day, we also tried taking apart my Fox 2.5s that I was running on my Bronco. They were actually hammered so hard that the steel heads wouldn't even come out of the bodies, and when we did get them out, they were absolutely smashed. I haggard those things, and that's what happens when you party too hard. So there is a point that you can even break a Fox 2.5. We also have some Icon 2.5s with the CDCV valves on them as well. They're getting the full rebuild and refresh. They're just waiting on a couple parts that we couldn't refresh enough to reuse for another time. On top of the rest of the mountain of the Fox 2.0s, we also have some Davidsons we recently got in that we're looking at as well, on top of tons of other shocks. So if you have a vehicle that needs a shock rebuild, maybe you have a Raptor and you're looking for a same-day service, make sure to hop on our site, fill out a rebuild form, and we'll get you scheduled in so we can get you done after we're done with this big old pile of parts.